Welcome into Matchday Live. We are from Stone at Liberty Station. He's Darren Smith, I'm Jordan. And San Diego get a big win tonight on the road in Las Vegas. They score 4 goals. Darren, 4 goals. We were so close to predicting it correctly. Still, it's the win. It's 3 points. It was an important match for San Diego. They really wanted this one, and they got it.
Hey, it was a must-win. Landon Donovan said that. The players felt that. The supporters felt that. We talked about it on Matchday Live. That's the way it played out. 3 points. Season sweep of Las Vegas Lights, outscoring them 13-5 during the 2021 season. Right opponent, right time. Good end to the 2-game road trip.
No doubt about that. It was a busy night in the Pacific, not just in Las Vegas, where San Diego got all 3 points. Late drama in the other matchups as well. Phoenix scored in the 90th minute once again. Man, they do this a lot. They score in the 90th and they get all 3 points as they beat Tacoma 2-1. Orange County just scored in the 92nd minute. They go ahead of Oakland. That one, last I checked, had not gone full, but I think it probably has at this point. So we get results all the way through. San Diego gets a win, Tacoma gets a win, Orange County gets a win. That's bad news for Oakland. It's also bad news for Tacoma, so an impactful night in the Pacific.
Yeah, and that has gone full now. Orange County did win 2-1. So the way it is, the live table, Jordan, I know you're a big fan of a live table. Phoenix, 56 points. Loyal hits 40 points on the season. Orange County right behind with 37. Oakland remains at 30. Tacoma remains at 30. So the position remains exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, Phoenix, Loyal, Orange County Soccer Club, Oakland, Tacoma, outside looking in right now. Still, as we wrap up the month of September, this is the final match for Loyal in the month of September. 30, how many down? 6 more to go. I'm not even going to do that math. 26 down, I think. This was match day 26. 26 down, 6 left to go. 6 matches in October. Playoff push continues. 3 at home, 3 away. Man, what a finish this is going to be.
It was a great night for Alejandro Guido. That is a player that San Diego wants performing at peak levels going down the stretch. They want to go places deep in the playoffs. Alejandro Guido is an important piece to that puzzle. It was nice to see him score. Toomey scored not once but twice tonight.
Say it like you mean it. Say it like you
Toomey
mean it.
time times 2. And then also Augie Williams on the board, which is great news in the pick to kick segment. It looked like Corey Herzog had even scored a beautiful goal early, but an even better save, I guess, towards the end. Plenty to get to. We'll recap everything we just saw. Clearly a lot of people in the house still. Landon Donovan is getting ready to join us here on Matchday Live. So we will chat with the manager, talk about not just Toomey time, but what the win means, and the importance of Alejandro Guido
happy people
going
living
down
here.
the stretch.
Happy night.
So, very good. It's a fun night, and I have a feeling they're having some fun in Las Vegas right now as well.
I would say as well. I wish you luck. Jordan's going to be doing the post-match interview with Landon Donovan. I hope you guys can hear one another, not just because we live in an era now where we have all these technical challenges, right? But because it is post-match fireworks happening out there at Cashman Field.
Is that true?
It's always something. So we're going to have Landon Donovan showing up. I'm going to picture it here on Matchday Live. We might have some fireworks going off in the background. Landon, Jordan chopping it up, talking a little bit about an important 3 points. And hey, give Chavos credit. They said it. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except we're bringing all 3 home tonight. Very prophetic. In fact, they did. So way to go here tonight on their way back to San Diego following a multi-city trip for San Diego Loyal.
Yes. When it goes to the pick to kick, a good night for Darren, a great night for the locals, a good night for Chavos as well. Yeah, locals having Toomey, and he scored twice. So
it's the best night ever.
Locals scored 6 points tonight in the pick to kick. They had 13 total going into tonight for the season.
That's a game changer.
That is a game changer. They are only 3 points back of me all of a sudden. Uh-oh. All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, maybe we'll chat with Landon Donovan. We will chat with him. Hopefully it's soon. And we will recap everything that just happened. 4 goals for San Diego. Plenty of goals. They score a lot against Las Vegas, which is, it's good. It's to be expected, but it's also a very good thing. We'll chat with Landon Donovan when we come back. It's Matchday Live from Stone.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
Your summer starts here. With big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy is to continue to keep routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USE Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.
On from Stone Liberty Station. Welcome back. San Diego getting a win on the road in Las Vegas. 4-2 the final score. Toomey scores 2 tonight. Herzog almost scored. Augie Williams got on the board. Alejandro Guido on the board as well. It's
Jordan
a big result.
wants VAR. Jordan wants VAR at the USL level. He feels like Corey Herzog definitely scored a goal earlier in this match. Nice little chipped everybody from the back line to the keeper. I was with you. I thought it went in.
I hate VAR, so the last thing I want is VAR at the USL level. I want to get that very, very clear. I do not want VAR, but maybe it would have changed something right there. I don't know. I didn't get a really good angle. I don't feel like they had a lot of great camera angles in Las Vegas tonight, and that was one of the moments where you kind of wished you had a better one.
Yeah. Well, hey, we actually watched history tonight, Jordan, for the first time ever in San Diego Loyal history. This is something that came up on Matchday Live Wednesday, when Loyal went behind against Oakland Roots. Never won from a losing position outside of Torero Stadium. It had never happened until tonight. So Daniel Trejo scored the opening goal for Las Vegas Lights in the 27th minute. Alejandro Guido equalized in the 39th. Toomey, 65th. Toomey time times 2 in the 69th. Cal Jennings then for Las Vegas Lights, and Augie put it away. Final score of the night in the 77th. But that had never happened before, and I feel like that's probably something that Landon isn't aware of. That's something that the players aren't aware of unless you bring it up to them and they go, oh, wow, okay, great. But that is sort of something when you think about playing important games, you might find yourself trailing at some point outside of Torero Stadium. So now at least you know you can do it. You can come back and you can pick up 3 points when you find yourself trailing in a match. It had never happened before in SD Loyal history before tonight.
Darren, how did you feel when Vegas took a 1-0 lead?
Jordan, I felt pretty confident. I did. I know that history was there because our statistician, our outstanding statistician, brought that up, and I was reminded of that on Wednesday, falling behind Roots. So I was aware, but this is the first time, and I think it should be pointed out that this is the first time ever that Loyal finds itself picking up 3 points after playing in that position.
Great results against Las Vegas this entire season. 4 matches. They're done with Vegas. We will not see them anymore in 2021. We will not see them in the playoffs. 4 matches, 4 wins, plenty of goals, 13 goals. I just did that math at the top of my head, which is always dangerous, as we saw in segment number 1. But plenty of goals. They did not give up very many as well, and you take all 12 out of 12. It hasn't been great against Tacoma this year. You drop plenty against Tacoma. It's nice that you pick up every single point possible against a team like Las Vegas.
It's what you're supposed to do against bad teams, right?
Right.
So we know Vegas is not a good side. Landon talked about it.
They have the most losses in the league.
They have the most, and now this is 10 straight losses. Not 10 straight winless. This is 10 straight losses for Las Vegas Lights. 11 straight without a win for Las Vegas Lights. I do feel for Steve Cherundolo. Not tonight, not to the point where you would feel charitable and say, hey, wow, okay, let's help a guy out who's from San Diego, from Mount Carmel. But you do feel for him because you don't really understand what this project is all about with Las Vegas Lights, that it's part of LAFC and it's headquartered in Los Angeles and it's schlepping out there to Vegas all the time. I don't get it.
Both teams had to take a road trip to play this match.
It's very bizarre, and I feel for Steve Cherundolo, one of the true great guys ever from San Diego that's represented the U.S. men's national team, former teammate of Landon Donovan's. Two true legends sitting there in the technical areas tonight. But that's not anybody's issue. That's just a bad squad, and scoring 4 against them after scoring 5 against them last time these two sides met, going back to the second week of August. Hey, you do what you do. Landon called it. He said, hey, I trust my team. I trust that they're going to be adults, that they can handle a couple of days in Las Vegas, and they certainly rewarded their manager tonight.
San Diego's next match is going to be a week from tonight in Los Angeles, a 7:30 kickoff against Los Dos. So we get the week off during the week. Players don't, but everyone else does. We had the midweek match this week. That changes. They get a match on Saturday against Los Angeles. It's going to be an important one because plenty of impact with the standings. And again, next week, similar to tonight, a lot of the teams in the Pacific will be playing at the same time.
I also think, Jordan, too, there's something to talk about with the away form. So Loyal picks up its 4th away win of the 2021 season. So their record is 4 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses. Jack Cronin brought this up on Wednesday night. Let's not forget that those first 4 away losses came in the first 4 matches of the season, when Loyal had to travel thousands and thousands of miles to start the season because there was a little bit of a scheduling backup at Torero Stadium. So you can't just say, well, take those 4 away and what would their record be? But what you can say is, since that terrible start to the season where Loyal started 4 straight away, 4 straight losses, they've gone 4 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. Their most recent one coming Wednesday night against Oakland Roots, a very, very good club, playing at a high level, playing and putting itself in a playoff position. So, I know it sort of sounds like, do you look at it as half full, but I think that's a good observation, that the way the season started is not the way the season has gone since. That was a totally different team, totally different club that started this season with 0 wins, 0 draws, 4 losses, all of them happening away because of the scheduling quirks. And ever since, they've been much more manageable, much better away.
I'm told that Landon Donovan is done addressing his team. So what we will do is take a timeout, and when we come back, Landon Donovan will join us here on Matchday Live. We'll recap what just happened in Vegas, a 4-2 win for San Diego. We'll talk about going down 1-0 on the road. We'll talk about Guido's performance and how important he is down the stretch. We'll talk about Toomey and, of course, the away form for San Diego, which is improving, which could prove to be quite important when it comes to the playoffs. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's Landon Donovan, who is set to join Matchday Live next.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Want the perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's why I got you unlimited washes. That's right, we're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. Matchday Live rolls on here from Stone in Liberty Station. We're going back to Las Vegas, where Landon Donovan is set to join us following a 4-2 win for San Diego against the Lights. So the manager for San Diego joining us right now, LD. You find yourself down 1-0 on the road. It's not always an easy spot to come back on in this sport. So what were you thinking down a goal early on?
Well, mostly I was just really disappointed with the performance. We were flat. We were hesitant. We weren't aggressive in any facet of the game, and we just looked like, honestly, like every other USL team. And that was really disappointing. So I didn't even care about the goal at that point. I just wanted our team to wake up. And it's a disappointing first half. Thankfully, we got the goal to go in even at halftime, but it's mostly just disappointed.
By the end of the match, though, I'm sure it changed a little bit. The offense obviously turned things on.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, Toomey did what Toomey does. He won the game for us, and it was a frustrating night to be part of because we're much better than we showed today, and so that was difficult and frustrating. But in the end, sometimes you play matches like this where you are not good, and you have to find a way to win. And we needed a guy or two to make some plays, and Toomey did that.
What has been the difference for Toomey in 2021? We saw him last year, and he was good, but he wasn't what we've seen so far in 2021. What's been the difference?
Sure. Yeah, he's just a player that plays well when he's full of confidence. And so early in the year, he wasn't quite settled. He had some stuff going on in his personal life. Nothing crazy, just wasn't settled. And once he got settled and started playing and getting more minutes, his confidence grew. And you see him show up all over the field, wanting the ball, wanting to be aggressive, run at people, put teams under pressure. And when he's like that, he's a really, really good attacking player. I said to Nate on the bench that if we had gathered 5 or 6 or 7 more points along the way here that we feel like we gave away, that's a guy who is one of the best players in the league. And so I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the way he's reacted to a difficult first part of the season, and we just want to keep him going.
He looked really good tonight. One other player I wanted to bring up is Alejandro Guido. I know he's an important piece for the team going down the stretch. We're seeing more minutes from Guido. He finds the back of the net tonight. How important is his role? How much are you relying on Alejandro Guido down the stretch?
Yeah, he's been terrific, and the beauty with Guido is that he's filled in and played as a defensive midfielder too, next to Charlie or Colin at times, which has really helped us. So I'm really happy with his week. He had a really good week, pushed hard to get through all 3 matches, and I thought he was excellent tonight. Really happy for him, and his goal was huge too.
It was. Congrats on the 3 points, LD. We'll see you a week from tonight at Torero.
Thanks, JC.
All right. Landon Donovan joining us on Matchday Live. Call me JC at the end because I call him LD. Maybe I should say Landon Donovan. I'm sorry. I know Darren didn't get to hear a lot of that, so I will go ahead and recap a little bit of it. He was not happy with the performance tonight at all. He said Toomey's the only reason we won. It's a good thing that they had Toomey. and sometimes you need a player or two to completely change the game, and that's what happened tonight. He was not happy, not just because of the first goal with Vegas going up. He wasn't happy before that because of the performance. He called him flat. He called him hesitant to start the match, and he seemed very grateful that Toomey was able to have a couple flashes there, get the goals, and San Diego are coming home with 3 points.
Well, I think we would probably agree. Not, that this is a show that's going to disagree with the manager, future Hall of Famer Landon Donovan. But I think being here at Stone Brewing tonight, you could sort of sense that everything seemed a little flat, and you wondered, okay, away form, was there any carryover to the way it went on Wednesday night against Oakland? So, out of opportunity and because of necessity, Douglas Martinez Jr. has to be subbed out early in the match, much earlier than would have been scripted in the 38th minute, and in comes Toomey Moshibani. By the way, we're getting a lot of requests for people, including a lot of the locals like Nick Duffy, who want Jordan to keep saying Toomey Tom times 2, since it has become a meme around San Diego. But, to that point, it did seem a little bit flat. And I'm sure that Landon saying, hey, okay, we can live with what happened in Oakland because we played well. We played well, right? Like, this is an interesting dynamic. Playing well but not winning versus not playing well but winning. This is a philosophical debate when it comes to this sport. A lot of people would say, hey, I'd much rather you lose but play the way you're supposed to play. I don't personally think that is what weighs more than playing well and not winning than winning and you don't play well. But they figured it out, and they come home, and they picked up 3 points on the road, and they get set for LA Galaxy coming up next Saturday night. So, yeah, I think Landon probably thought, okay, we've got this road trip. We're going through Oakland. We're going to spend a day in San Francisco. We're going to spend a couple of days in Vegas. But my team's going to respond, and for the first 20 minutes, it didn't feel that way. Yeah. Thankfully, for whatever reason, it did turn it around, whether it was Toomey coming in and bringing in a little bit of energy or the team just clicking and figuring it out. Most important thing to me, Jordan, is bottom line. They picked up 3 more points, and they had 40, and they remain in second place.
Yeah, they're in a very good spot when it comes to the table. We were talking about it on the pre-match show. Had San Diego dropped, let's say, all 3 tonight, you start to become a little bit uncomfortable as you go down the most important stretch of the season. You're not there now. You don't feel uncomfortable. You're feeling good about the position that you're in. Yeah, still more than a handful of matches to go, to be played, but you're in a good spot now. 40 points, you're 10 points clear of the 4th place team. That's an important position because that's the playoff cut line.
6 more to go.
And Toomey, by the way, they're inching closer. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, Toomey's got 10 goals.
Yeah.
And if you I'm just taking a quick peek here at the USL Championship leaderboard. I mean, that's right up there and good enough for 10th in the league, 10th in the USL Championship. So, this is, I don't know that that's something I would have predicted before the start of the season. And I didn't get a chance to hear, I'm standing next to Jordan, but I can't hear Landon.
Confidence is what he said.
It's confidence.
Yeah, he's settled, he's more comfortable here. He said he had to work through some things initially when he first got in, but now that he is comfortable and settled, this is Toomey. This is what he expects.
And we can say it now, but there were some preseason matches that were played at the Chula Vista Olympic Training Center. One preseason game in particular against 1904, where Toomey was in on goal a couple of times in goals that should be put away, at this level, at any level. And you sort of said, man, where's his confidence at? Where's his head going to be at? He has totally turned this around. We've always known that Toomey Moshibani has the skill. We've always known that he's got the ambition, but what he was missing was confidence even from the preseason. So this has played out and evolved during the regular season to see Toomey Moshibani now with 10 goals. 10 goals in the regular season. All-time leading scorer in club history for what that's worth, but it's great to see Jordan again, and they love the meme. They love you saying what you say.
Alejandro Guido was also brought up in that interview. LD brought up, Landon Donovan brought up the fact that he's been a defensive midfielder at times as well, playing back there with Charlie Adams and Colin Martin, and that has really been beneficial for Alejandro Guido. Now, he's not back there the whole time. That's not his role all 90 minutes, but to have that option where he can go back there and play a critical part there on that part of the field, that helps, and that gives him an extra opportunity to be on the field, and we've seen a lot more minutes from Alejandro Guido, and then he scores tonight. And again, I know I'm repeating myself at this point, but if Loyal want to do the things that they really want to do, Alejandro Guido needs to be playing well, and he seems to be turning it on at the right time. Augie scores, which is great. It's nice. It's been a couple matches now since Augie scored. He jumped on the scene it seemed like everything he touched was going to go in the back of the net. He didn't score for a few, so it was nice to see Augie once again score. Toomey continues to be himself. And San Diego, after a result like tonight, they feel really good about themselves. They get all 3 points. Maybe they didn't play their best on the road, but it was still enough to get all 3 and get the win. They like where they are in the standings. They like the players performing the way that they are. Toomey scoring the way that he is, and hopefully Guido's going at the right time. So all in all, tonight's a very good night for San Diego.
Yeah, I would say, and plus every time I look on Instagram, and shout out to Jack Blake if he's watching, but every time I go on Instagram and I go to Jack Blake's Instagram story, I see he's working out, he's on an exercise bike, he's at the Olympic Training Center, he's around the club, he was training out there in Vegas at Cashman Field, so I feel like Jack Blake is returning. Alejandro Guido started 3 straight matches, which, given the way the road trip was built, you weren't quite sure about that. So this is what it's all about. This is what a playoff push is all about, is trying to get everybody firing on all cylinders, getting everybody playing their best at the right time of the year. That's right now. September's done. We've got 1 month to go. That's it. All we have is the month of October during the regular season. So, we're down to the final 6 matches of the regular season. So to see these kind of performances here, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not aesthetically pleasing, it gives the manager, it gives the coaching staff plenty to work on. But the result is the bottom line tonight.
The team playing well. They're going to need Torero to be buzzing down the stretch in October. Single game tickets still on sale. Only a few matches to go at Torero. Starting at $15, the next home match going to be at Torero in a few weeks when Sacramento is in town. And Sacramento, as it stands, 6th place in the Pacific. We'll see where they're standing when it comes to match day in a few weeks. But that's the next opportunity to see the team at Torero Stadium.
Yeah, next Saturday night, the playoff push is going to continue. Loyal is continuing away, not the same road trip, but 3 straight away matches as it's underway. Road match, LA Galaxy next Saturday, October 2nd. I do believe we're going to be here. Does that sound right to you, October 2nd?
Oh, we're here the rest of the season.
We are here the rest of the regular season, which means you can count on 3 more chicken sandwiches for sure for yours truly. This critical Pacific Division match kicks off at 7:30 p.m. from Carson, the Carson Galaxy 2. Tune in on ESPN Plus, SD Loyal versus LA Galaxy, presented by Sprouts Farmers Market next Saturday.
Beautiful. Well done. Good stuff.
By the way, thank you to SD Loyal. Let us say this too, the people who are running the show there, Ricardo Campos, Kelly, Pato, everybody who is on site here today, they were buying beers for everybody in attendance tonight. I don't know who's paying this bar tab. I just know it's not me, but I contributed to it, and I want to say thank you very much to the crew from SD Loyal who took care of the supporters here tonight, because people had a great, great time. Beers were on the house.
Right.
We love that.
Nick Miranda could not be here tonight, but his credit card was.
Yeah, Nick Miranda, thank you. Your Amex Black Card.
Yeah.
See you at the end of the month.
We don't need you here. We just need your credit card here.
That's
so
right. That's the most important part of this conversation, Nick, is your credit card.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. It's going to be a busy week next week. Just looking at the schedule, Oakland is hosting Las Vegas, Orange County hosts Phoenix, San Diego will be in LA, and Sacramento hosting Tacoma. Very busy.
Don't you chug that beer?
No.
Come on.
No, I don't
Get
chug.
in the game.
I don't chug micheladas. I would do a keg stand for charity, unlike some people, though.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
It's a little disappointing.
Got to be honest, you know who you are.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we need to get to? We got to all the sponsors.
I don't think so. Fun night.
We should close out Nick's tab.
I was really happy for the supporters that won the green goalkeeper kit. That was awesome. That was great to see. Just making people happy. That's what this show is all about.
Good night.
Switch to Martin. Now Guido.
That's it long range. He's got it. This first in a Loyal jersey. 1-0 San Diego. Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season. Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high and up and in. One more time.